Welcome to session 15. Today I'm going to be drawing Bambi. So let's get started. I'm going to start with a small circle first for the highlight in Bambi's eye, and then about halfway there I'm going to just make a larger circle around for the pupil part of Bambi's eye, and then around that I'm going to make another arc circle, and then even a larger one that extends down a little bit, and then all the way up and around. It'll be for the design of Bambi's eye around. And then this second circle that we made, I'm just going to fill that in so it doesn't get too confusing on where his actual eye is. Let's make a curved line around here to indicate his cheek. And then from the back of the eye here, we're going to make the design part. So I'm just going to bring a curved line up just above the eye here. And then let's make a curved line going this way. It's like a backwards S for the ear, and we'll bring that back down as a leaf shape. And now we can actually indicate the shape of the head by bringing a curved line down just about where the eye is. And then I'm going to make a curved line up and around for the front part of his face. And then at the tip of that, we can show where Bambi's nose is, which is going to be kind of a oval shape here, and then inside that we'll indicate another highlight, and I'm going to fill that in as well around the highlight. All right, so right here we can round out the mouth for Bambi and put a little curve there for the end of the mouth, and then kind of just drop this down and in for the opening, little line to indicate the tongue, and then a shape to outline the mouth here. Connect it right back to the face, bringing it back up above the nose, a little line for the inside of the face, and then we're going to round this out all the way up and around, stopping about here, and we're going to show his other ear, which is going to be a curved line up to a rounded point and then back down. And then up here we can indicate the hair, so I'm just going to make some zigzag lines that kind of come all the way across past the ear. On this side we'll show a little line for the other side of his eye, or the other side of his head, to show his eye, some eyelashes there, and we'll also show some eyelashes right around here, another curved line there, some eyelashes on this side. So let's show the design on his ear, which is going to be a curved line on top. I'm going to fill that in because that's also dark. Curved line on top of this ear, and again filling that in dark, and then some other detail lines around the ear to show the inside of the ear. Here, let's start working on his body. So I'm going to bring his body down from kind of his neck from the underneath his head here, bringing it down, curved line, and then bringing it out and around, all the way back. We'll stop there and leave an opening, and then I'm going to bring another line that kind of extends out like that, and then back and bring it up, and this is going to show his leg, so I'm going to bring his leg all the way down and kind of out to a slanted diagonal to about here, and then we're going to cap it off, and a little thinner at the bottom. As I get closer to the base, I'm going to bring it a little wider, and then a curved line up to show the inside of his leg there. All right, let's bring his belly underneath across. So we're going to stop about here, leaving that open because his other leg that's in front is indicated right here. So I'm going to bring a line. This one's vertically down, straight, and then cap it off at the bottom. Again, as we get toward the base where the leg starts, I'm going to kind of widen it out. And this goes into his body because this is on this side of his body here. We'll bring around the front part of his body, kind of a curved line there, leaving it kind of stop there, and then I'm going to indicate kind of a fold in his body here. So I'll bring that up and around his mouth and kind of just bring it back to his head here. All right, let's do his front leg. His front leg I'm going to have kind of up at a diagonal, so we can kind of bring it here down and then up at a diagonal, round it off for his knee, and then curve it back in to show his hoof down here. I'm gonna round that back in and bring it back up to meet it there. All right, let's cap off his hooves here. So they're all cap marks down here. and we need to also show his leg underneath. So I'm going to bring it from underneath his body here, diagonal out and down, kind of touching or going behind his front leg here and bringing it back up. And this line will go right into his hind leg. All right, a little pattern line here, some detail. Let's make his tail. His tail is going to be from this opening area, so I'm going to do a curved line up and around, kind of like a wavy line to a point, bring it back. As I bring it back, I'm going to go in, out, kind of like a zigzag line there. Another line to indicate some details in his tail. I'll bring it there. And let's show some spots on his back. Bambi's a kind of a small deer at this point, so showing some detail lines and some spots on his back. One on his leg there, and kind of one underneath here. Another line to show some fur on his stomach, and then this will pattern up to his neck and stop about there. Also, let's indicate his hair in the front here. So it's going to come up and around, little detail line here, and then around and through to the other side of his head. All right, starting to add some color. I'm going to start with the lightest color first, which is going to be some peach. I think that kind of closely matches kind of these light areas here. So it's going to be around his eye, the shape of his eye here. We're going to do the inside portion of his ear and around his nose and mouth. Moving down here, we're going to show some lighter area for his stomach, or his neck, through his stomach, and his belly under here as well, and then this little pattern piece on his leg, and then underneath on his tail here, and also these spots on his body for the design. All right, little peach right there for the other side of his eye. All right, let's move into a little darker, kind of a brown shade here, and we're going to do this for basically his skin here. So I'm going to color in this part of his ear. The hair is going to be a little darker, so I'm going to leave that. I'll come back to that in this part of his face. All the way around. All right, coming down to his body. And basically all of this area is going to be this color. So I'm going to outline it first, filling in some smaller areas as I go. And we'll go around all the designs we've made. I'll fill in the tail here. And the leg, the hind leg. I'm going to leave the hooves open right now. They're going to be the darker brown. We'll come back and do that at the end. Okay, his leg out in front here, and then I'm just going to fill in the rest of this color for his skin tone. Again, if you're using crayon and you only have 1 or 2 tones of brown, that's perfectly fine. What you can do is actually, for a lighter brown, just use a little less pressure. And then for the darker areas, go over and layer it. And that'll kind of show you some different tones for the brown. All right, let's use a darker brown at this point here. So I'm going to fill in the hair area, these zigzag lines, And bringing it around. Fill this in. This will also be for the eye color. So it's just going to be a line that goes around that area there. We're also going to do this darker brown for Bambi's hooves. All right. And now we are going to go into a pink color, and I'm going to do the inside of Bambi's ear and Bambi's tongue. And that is going to conclude the drawing for Bambi. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Give him a try, it's a lot of fun.